Hello, I'm Christiana. I'm a physio and Pilates instructor, and today I will show you 5 Pilates exercises in standing which are safe to do if you have a diagnosis of osteoporosis or osteopenia. You will improve your posture, strength and balance if you are doing these exercises 3 times a week. So let's get started. So if you have a chair, that would be great. Otherwise you can stand against the wall if you need support. And a ball would come in handy as well. If you don't have a ball, you can roll a towel and put the towel in between your knees. So our first exercise is called rises. So you put your feet together and then toes apart and then heels apart. So you have to be in good posture. Good posture is if you're putting the weight through the joint of the big toe, little toe, mid heel. Your knees are soft. You have got your neutral spine, shoulder girdle above the pelvis, and then you imagine you have got a thread coming out of the back of your head, going up to the ceiling, so that you keep nice and straight in your neck and head. And then you engage your center, and then you're peeling your heels off the floor, lower down. Breathing in, breathe out. In to lower down. And while you're rising up on tiptoes, you make sure that your shoulder girdle stays above the pelvis. So you could hold onto the chair, coming up and then lower down. Or you could put the ball in between your knees to make sure that your knees are aligned. So you're breathing in, breathe out. In to lower, out to lift, in to lower. And it's absolutely normal if you're wobbling. Okay, so I would recommend to do 10 rises before you move to the next exercise. Good. So take the ball out. So the next exercise I show from the side, it's called the squats. So you put the ball back in so that your knees are aligned, so that your kneecaps are facing forward, and that you maintain the weight going through the joint of the big toe, little toe, mid heel, neutral position in your lower back, and shoulder girdle above the pelvis, neck and head nice and long. This is your starting position, and then you're going into the squat, bending your knees and hips, and then come back up. Breathe in, breathe out. So you breathe out while you're going down, breathe in to come back up. While you're doing this, you maintain your neutral spine. You make sure that your back is nice and straight. You're hinging from the hips. So you imagine you have got a chair behind you. You want to sit down on your chair by keeping your back nice and straight. We're doing 10 of those. Very nice. And then you come back up. And I'm facing you from the front again. So the next exercise, the foot series. So you combine the first and the second exercise. So you put the ball in between your knees again, to make sure that your kneecaps are facing forward. And then you're starting with the squats. First, you peel your heels off the floor, you straighten your knees, and you come back down onto your heels. So you breathe in, you breathe out, you breathe in while you're straightening your knees and hips, and lower down. So you can hold on to the chair. You peel the heels off the floor, straightening your knees and hips, and then you lower down. So it's more challenging than the previous exercise because you combine these two exercises. So you breathe in, breathe out. Very nice, yeah. So, and then we reverse the exercise. So you're breathing in, breathe out, going up onto your tiptoes. So when you're feeling steady, then you can bend your knees and bend your hips. And then you're in the squatting position, and then you lower down your heels and straighten your hips and knees. So you're going up on tiptoes, bend your knees and hips, lower down your heels, straighten your hips and knees. Breathing in, breathe out. Well done, everybody. And you can take the ball out from in between your knees, put it somewhere safe. And so I would recommend, so the last exercise we did, I would do 5 in one direction, 5 in the other direction, okay? And then we are doing the scooter exercise. The scooter exercise starts in the squatting position. So you bend your knees, you hinge from the hips, and then you peel the heel off the floor, off the leg, which is scooting backwards. So you're sliding your leg on the floor and straightening your hip and knee, and then you come back in. So you're breathing in, breathe out, slide, breathe in to come back in. Again, you can hold onto the chair. So when you're holding onto the chair, you may be able to focus more on straightening your hip and knee, maintaining your neutral spine. Your pelvis is facing forward or diagonal to the floor. So breathing out while you're straightening the leg, breathe in to come back in. So we do one more, and then come back in. And then you come back up, and I turn around so that you can see me from the other side. So yeah, coming into the squatting position, peeling the heel off the floor, and then you're sliding your legs backwards, pushing the chair back. And so obviously you make sure that the chair is further back, and then you come back in. Making sure that your knee is facing forward of the stance leg. You breathe out to slide the leg backwards, breathe in to come back in. And then we straighten up. Well done. So this is a preparation, so the scooter exercise is a preparation for our next exercise called the swimming. So again, we start in a squatting position and you have to straighten your leg out already. So you can keep your hands on your pelvis if you have got the balance, or again you can hold onto the chair and then your toes are on the ground, you're lifting the leg up and then you lower it down. So breathing in, breathe out. So you make sure that you keep your neutral spine, you keep your knee and hip straight. The lift comes from the hip joint, it's not bending your knee. And your pelvis is again facing forward. And again you do 5 lifts. You're working your gluteal muscles on the stance leg, and on the leg you are lifting. You work your extensor muscles, so your back extensor muscles. Great. And then you come back in. And then we have to repeat everything on the other side. So I stay in the same position so that you can see what I'm doing with my stance leg. So again, starting position, you come into the squatting position, straighten the leg which needs to be lifted off the floor. You can put your hands either on the pelvis, making sure that your kneecap of the stance leg is facing forward and that you're maintaining the pressure going through the joint of the big toe, little toe, mid heel. So you're lifting the leg up, in, breathe out, into lower. So maintaining your neutral spine. Or you hold onto the wall or chair. Well done. And then you straighten up. And then you have done your 5 exercises to improve your strength, your muscle strength, your posture and your balance. Thank you very much for watching my video.